Maybe let's dig into your own kind of methodology or how you study languages. So what do you think, what's the number one thing for you? What would you say is the main reason why people fail in learning language?
Okay, so the thing that you already mentioned, being afraid of making mistakes, being afraid of not being perfect, and that applies to many areas. So, not having the perfect grammar or not having vocabulary in your inventory that is advanced enough. Or, as many people who learn English put it, they are ashamed even of their accent, which is the weirdest thing. I mean, I get it, but your accent doesn't really hinder communication. It's just a part of your learning journey. But I think that this fear of not being perfect and this fear of making mistakes is, I think, the reason why the majority of people fail, because they don't give them the space to make mistakes. They don't allow themselves to make mistakes. Which, by the way, I have a very funny mistake story, which I think can empower some people. Can I share it?
Yeah, sure.
So when I was learning English, I live in London now, but the first time I came here was when I was 14, and we came here and we lived with London families, so native-speaking people. I thought that my English was already advanced enough, and I really wanted to impress the host family with my vocabulary, but I wasn't afraid of making mistakes, so I thought that I would say that I was very, very cold on a field trip because we were traveling around the UK, and I wanted to say that I was so cold that I was shivering, not just shaking, that I was shivering. But when I said that out loud, I said, "Oh my God, I was so cold, I was shaving." And they were like, what were you doing? Shaving outside? What? And I was so embarrassed at the time, but I still remember this mistake, which is just testament to the fact that you can remember your mistakes and laugh at them. But still, they are not they are not the end of the world. Like, I think so many people are afraid of making mistakes because they think that people will remember their mistakes and they will always have their mistakes in their head, their own heads when they speak to them, which is not the case at all. Or they are afraid of making mistakes because they just feel like making mistakes is not what an advanced or even like an intermediate person does. They have to continue, they have to be pristine, they have to make progress all the time, but they don't think that mistakes are the part of the journey, as you said. And I think that that's why many people fail. And one of the, I think the third reason and the last reason that I think is the most important is that people don't see results very quickly. So they learn and they practice some more, and then they feel like they are not able to do anything like say anything, or they are afraid of trying even to speak something, say something. And when they don't see the results as quickly as they wanted to, like you said with the how can I learn Italian in 7 days, they are discouraged and they think that nothing works or that they are not talented enough, and they just disregard it and they don't want to do it anymore.